Picture this, Jane. Two elite gunslingers stride into an arena, pearl-handled pistols gleaming under the Friday night lights. They're ready for a duel. The only problem? Their armor is made of paper. That, in a nutshell, is what we're about to witness in Orlando when the Houston Cougars roll into town to face the UCF Knights.
That's a dramatic way of putting it, Joe, but you're not wrong. This isn't just a football game. It's a philosophical question about whether a great offense is its own best defense. We're looking at a UCF team favored by the books, but some models actually have Houston as the slight favorite. This matchup screams offensive fireworks, and it's one of the most intriguing games of Week 11.
It's intriguing because it's a beautiful mess waiting to happen. Let's lay out the tale of the tape for the folks at home. You have two quarterbacks who can light up a scoreboard. For Houston, it's Donovan Smith, a guy with a big arm who is no stranger to high-stakes games from his time at Texas Tech. For UCF, you have KJ Jefferson, the massive transfer from Arkansas, who is a true dual-threat nightmare.
And the context is crucial. Both teams are coming into this with something to prove. Houston just had their Big 12 title hopes seriously dented with a tough loss to West Virginia, a game where their offense put up points but couldn't get the key stops. And UCF, after a rough stretch, is trying to build momentum and play spoiler, defending their home turf in their annual space game, which is always a huge event for them.
Right, but to me, the real heart of this game, the story that defines it, isn't just about the quarterbacks. It's about a kid from Orlando playing for his hometown team who has become the embodiment of resilience. I'm talking about UCF's running back, RJ Harvey.
He's been phenomenal, an absolute workhorse and the engine of that UCF offense.
It's more than that, Jane. This is a young man who came to UCF after starting his college career as a quarterback at Virginia. He comes home, switches positions to running back, and is fighting for a starting spot in 2021. Then, in the preseason, his knee just goes. A torn ACL, season over before it even began.
That's a devastating injury for any player, but especially a running back whose game is built on cuts and explosion.
Exactly. For many, that's a career-altering, if not career-ending moment. But Harvey goes through the grueling rehab, comes back, and has since become one of the most productive backs in the entire country. He's a testament to the idea that a setback doesn't define you. Watching him run isn't just watching a football play. It's watching a victory over adversity every single time he touches the ball. He's the soul of that team.
That's a powerful story, and it adds another layer to this matchup. Because when we get into the deep analysis, it becomes a fascinating strategic dilemma. Houston's strength, their passing attack with Donovan Smith, is aimed directly at UCF's biggest weakness, their pass defense, which has been porous all season.
Unstoppable force meet movable object. It's the classic dilemma. Houston is going to test that secondary early and often. But here's the counterpunch. UCF's offense, led by the Harvey and Jefferson rushing attack, is designed to chew up the clock and wear down a defense. Houston's defense is respectable, but they aren't an elite shutdown unit. So, can they hold up?
And that's the chess match. Do you sell out to stop the run and leave your cornerbacks on an island against Houston's receivers? Or do you play it safe, keep everything in front of you, and let RJ Harvey just bleed you dry, 4 yards at a time? I think for UCF, the best defense is literally keeping Donovan Smith off the field.
You know, we talk about strategy, but sometimes football comes down to something more primal. This game feels less like chess and more like a high-stakes game of chicken. Which defense is going to blink first? Which offense can avoid the catastrophic mistake? The one turnover that swings the entire momentum of the game.
That's the what-if scenario. What if Houston's defense, which isn't known for creating a ton of negative plays, manages to get 2 or 3 key sacks and force UCF into obvious passing situations? KJ Jefferson has been a great addition, but he's not infallible when forced to be a pure pocket passer.
And what if the opposite happens? What if UCF's offensive line, which has been solid, just dominates the line of scrimmage? What if they put together a 10-minute, 18-play drive that ends in a touchdown? The Houston coaching staff might pull their hair out on the sideline. That's a mental blow that's hard to recover from.
Stepping back, this game feels like a microcosm of where the Big 12 and maybe college football as a whole is heading. It's becoming an offensive showcase league. The days of winning games 17-14 seem to be fading. This is about outgunning your opponent, pure and simple. It's entertaining as hell, but it does make you wonder about the art of defense.
The art of defense in this game will be who can hold the other team to a field goal in the red zone instead of a touchdown. That's your victory. When the dust settles on Friday night, I think we'll see a game that lives up to the hype. It's going to be frantic, it's going to be high scoring, and it's going to come down to the final possession. I see UCF pulling it out at home, something like 41-38, but Houston will make them earn every single yard of it.
A nail-biter in Orlando. It's a perfect way to kick off the weekend of college football. Two flawed, fascinating, and explosive teams putting it all on the line. I can't wait.
This podcast combines verified reports with expert analysis and narrative storytelling. Some dialogues may be dramatized for clarity, but all facts are sourced from credible media.